Hello everyone, my name is Ned Finn. Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the stream, and welcome back to Dwarf Fortress. We're going to be continuing in the Wondrous Dimension with our Feralcobalt Fortress, and continuing things from here. Good to be back. As y'all may know, I streamed The Walking Dead back on Monday, and we'll do so again on Friday to continue that series. But in the meantime, we've got dwarves to fortress, you see. Go ahead and reorient myself as to what all we're doing. Okay, I was about to say, I could have sworn that we had more stuff, but yeah, this is second floor, first floor. And taking things from there. Let's see here. Doing a decent job, honestly, of processing through our excess stone supply. We've got sufficient buildup of rock blocks here, which is always good. And I eventually pay through all of this and wall up this because I really don't like these black sand walls here. This concern me to no end. And to double check to make sure that my mic was working, because I've had a number of times where it hasn't. That's been giving me no end of grief. No end of grief. Alright, what do we got here? Let's check our orders. We can go ahead and make some more rock blocks, yeah? And we'll call that, let's call that 40. Be on the safe side. And then, what else have we got? We are going to dig a little bit deeper into the mountain here. Along, I think, this axis here. Yeah. Yeah. And what's up, Deagle? Can't stay, need to work early, start the job tomorrow and stuff. 10-hour shift with only 3 days off this month. Gross! Deagle! Why have you taken this terrible job? Sounds dreadful. Would not recommend, my guy. Good lord. Good golly, Mr. Molly. Wake up early for work. I got you, Deagle. I was picking up what you're putting down. I get what you're saying. Let's see here. What are we doing in the meantime? Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get our forge situation squared away. These goats are gonna drive me absolutely bonkers, by the way. Unacceptable. Cannot deal with it. Sorry, not sorry. I really wish, if I'm not mistaken, we cannot build floors under doors. Yeah, that is so very annoying. That is unfortunate. Unfortunate, even. Got the schedule after signing the contract. Good gosh. They have abused you, Deagle. You have been abused. But, stay strong. I have every confidence in you to muddle your way through it. What are we doing here? There we go. Got burr shaken ores. First there, ores shaken, not stirred. Complete simple meal is done because we've got our new brewery and yeah, all of the raw food material. Hey, are our fisher dwarves doing anything? I don't think they are. Most unfortunate. Well, that's actually a good question here, and I've actually already pre-opened my customary Google tab here. Fishing. And the schedule did change 5 times in 2 days already. This will end well. It's only a 3-month contract at least, thank gods. Alright, thank you, Deagle, for poking your head in. Have fun. Only fishing. Fisher dwarves can catch vermin fish from available water sources, murky pools, brooks, rivers, lakes, and oceans. Okay. It's possible to overfish an area, but we're not fishing the area at all, right? I'm not crazy in thinking this, correct? Oh, we've got this lovely brook running through. There's got to be some sources of fish in there, right? Here we go. Let's see. Let's pull up our labor. Fishing. I don't think it's got to be bound to a specific spot. Well, we'll go ahead and zone it that way anyway. See if that resolves the issue for us. All right. Got ourselves a fishing zone. I mean, we're okay. We've got plenty of food. We've got plenty of food. What are my stocks at? Show me my prepared meals, please. Okay, so we have been catching plenty of fish. It's just not... It's just getting processed into food almost immediately. It's fine to have that fishing area set anyway. That's not going to cause any kind of a big issue. All right. You're 203. Though that doesn't necessarily mean much, given the fact that we started this fortress a little later on. I guarantee this guy's hauling something. Yep, hauling some chalk. All right. So what are we going to do here? What I'm thinking... I'm going to set all this aside as stockpile area. Yeah? Yeah, I feel good about that. And then we're actually going to go ahead and carve out some workshop areas here along some hallways. I like that. I like it a lot. No. Hold on. Go this, and then we go Shift B to paint rather than select. Yep, there we go. And let's make sure to swap that back. Otherwise, I will annoy myself with it later. Got so little meat here, but in theory, next autumn's caravan, which I recognize is an entire year away, but once we get that, that will improve things a bit, which will be nice. Our jeweler. I think let's see here. Okay, so we're going to set up a storage zone for ourselves for the ores. An orage area, if you will. So we'll have a place to put our limonite, tetrahedrite, the hematite, all that good stuff. Clears up plenty of space for ourselves. We need more bins! Look at all this. Look at all this space that these blocks are taking up. Good God. More bins, please. all the way at the bottom because it's make wooden bin. Bing, bang, boom. Bin, bang, boom. Yeah. What we're gonna do... Yep. And honestly, yeah. Here's what we're really gonna do. Yeesh. And lay this out here. Accept that. Change it. That little zip there. And then this is all going to be bars. Yep. There we go. Once we get the bins, all this will get consolidated down, which will be very good. We're actually going to go ahead and build ourselves a microline wall here as well. Good God! The volume! Oh. Oh, my poor bean ears. Yep, we got that down a little bit for you. That was getting, rather noisome, hey? We've got that squared away now. Apologize if I was blasting any eardrums coming up to this point. We've got that adjusted here. And here's what we're gonna do. Oh, shite. Okay. Zone that, accept it. Excuse me. Gonna go ahead and use this for stone, but it's only gonna be the metal ores. And the coal. Marble, limestone, blah, blah, blah. That's all the other boring types. And then clays, which are just clay. Okay. Yeah, metal ores and coal should do us just fine for now. I've got this dug out. Transferring these back into the bins, which is a good thing. What is that, siltstone? Yeah, we'll make some siltstone workshops for ourselves. Also, we're going to need to dig into that, because rock crystals is nothing to sneeze at. Good lord. This throat of mine. What is this, chalk? Honestly, just nix the entire area. Dig the whole thing out, replace it with walls. With proper walls. You know what? I've actually decided that is foolish. For now. We'll address this eventually. For right now, we'll just throw the workshops in here. What are we going to do? Pumps, furnaces... a magma forge, a metalsmith. Yeah. Oh, we did buy an anvil, didn't we? We're going to use the siltstone. Hell, we'll use the chalk. Why not? Chalk blocks. Then furnaces for smelters, for which we will use more chalk. Yep. Sounds good to me. It's real quick to just zip along our Z-axis there. Got sufficient space for everyone. Got mugs. Now, why these mugs are not being put in this bin is a little bit beyond me. So these lizard remains need to be gotten rid of. Go ahead and set a little dump zone for ourselves here. It's going to be for refuse. Corpses and refuse. Yes. Well, no. This isn't a thing. This is a zone. We zone a garbage dump. Cool beans. Okay. Done and done. Okay, what else are we working with here? Resume the construction, please. And then we will set this so that we no longer have metal ores in here. Not metal ores. And not coal. Those will get stashed over here. Nice and simple. Cool beans. All right. Etc. And we will go ahead and throw our walls in here. Made from delicious chalk. Chalk blocks, specifically. All right, good. We've got the iron anvil here. So in theory, you can start working on... I mean, we've got coal, which I really can't tell you how nice that is to have, so we're not constantly processing lumber into charcoal. That's very nice. That's all jet. But hey, we got more coal there. What's up, Cole? What's up, Gary Coleman? Alright. So I'd say, why are these guys going downstairs? They're not. They're still upstairs. They'll zip up here to drop off that coal here. Good. What do we got here? Winter has arrived. Item blocking site. Needs plump helmet spawn. Those are both fine. Struck rock crystal, fine. Made rock blocks and cut gems. Excellent. We've got that consolidated into bins once again, which is phenomenal. Our boys are moving stuff around, which is good. We've got a non-trivial amount of seeds. Just got to make sure it's still plump helmets. What would this be? Seeds. Yeah, we've got some, but not a ton. Which is fine in theory. Because we should just have plenty of plump helmets available. And we do. We've got just shy of 70. So those just need to be processed. And processed, and we'll get more spawn out of them. So that's fine. And if they get eaten in the meantime, that is also fine. That is not a problem. Just wanted to make sure that we are all good to go. And we did release that sheep, yeah? Yeah, we did. There it is. Our tamed ewe. And next autumn, caravan will come around. We'll have more animals to have. They'll be able to breed and stuff. And we'll have a decent source of decent ongoing source of meat, which would be real nice. Cut gems has been complete. Excellent. Good to know that that is working as intended. And all of that's going to be stashed here for time being, though we can, spin off a more storage and stuff as is necessary. As of right now, I feel pretty good. Like, obviously, our central storage is not at all being overwhelmed. We're producing enough stone blocks so that they are not taking up too much space either. We're going to start processing through our ores as well. Speaking of which, yeah, these will need to get shifted eventually. Everything will need to get hauled, get the stones consolidated in here, and then these zipped over there. But for right now, feeling pretty good about things. Let's see here. In theory, since we do have the coal, we don't need to, like, refine the coal at all, do we? Fuel coal and refined coal. Okay. Coke is a type of refined coal created at a smelter from either bituminous coal or lignite. Produced either 5 or 9 coke, respectively, by a dwarf with furnace operating labor enabled. Okay. Wood does not burn hot enough to use as fuel in Dwarf Fortress. Raw bituminous coal and lignite, though flammable, are not directly usable as coal. Okay. So that means that we're going to go ahead and make bituminous coal make coke from bituminous coal. We're going to refine that, and we're going to set that labor so that we will always make 10 when the amount of available coal is 10 or greater. Yeah. That feels right to me, boss. And honestly, I'm going to tear down these walls. Tear down these walls for me. What are we doing? Broker needs refined coal. Okay. So hold on. How do we make refined coal then? Excuse me? Pardon me? Fuel coal and refined coal are 3 in-game terms that refer to the same stuff. Same thing. Any unit of charcoal. Coke, the 2 fuels used for high-temperature industries, namely metalworking. Okay. Hold on. Needs refined coal. What do we need? Do we need fuel Yes. Yes, we do. Okay. Simple enough. So we do need a little bit of coal or a little bit of charcoal to start us off here. Let's see here. Task. Okay, so we cannot make charcoal there. So where do we make charcoal? Charcoal come from... Okay, created a wood furnace from logs by a dwarf with a wood burning labor skill. Cool. That's all I need to know. Wood furnace. And we are also going to mine this away as well. Wood furnace. I can work with that. Let's see here. This is wood furnace. And from that, we will make charcoal. And the charcoal we will use as fuel to turn our bituminous coal into coke. Which will work for us from there. And the... Yeah. Bars and blocks. Hey. It's just metal bars, though. And ash, coal, that sort of thing. Stone and clay? No. None. Metal blocks. Not even metal blocks. It's just metal bars that we need. Okay. All the metal bars, yes. Bars, other material, yes. So coal and... all that stuff. Cool. Okay. Got that worked out. Yeah, because we do not need to be sorting friggin' microline blocks and crap in with our metals. This is just going to be for metals. Hold on. Which likewise, none and none. The rest of those can stay, no problem. Yep. Cool beans. Figuring this out, relearning what needs to be relearned as the time comes along. Please get this crap out of my zone here. Okay, good. He's moving that stuff. Oh, good. Good. He's even... Okay, he's using the charcoal to make coke from bituminous coal, and then we will be able to use that coke for fuel refining purposes. All right. Serpent eating its own tail. In a good way. Hell yeah. Alright, we already have some coke. Excellent. How much coke do we have, though? It's going to be on... Well, we got 17 coke already. Excellent. And that is stored under bars, which means that it'll be stored here. Conceivably. Yeah! Yeah! Look at that! Oh, hell yes. We're learning stuff, folks. We're getting there slowly but surely, boys. Alright. Hell yes. Hell yes. We're slowly getting this stuff hauled away where it needs to be hauled to. Got our 2 forges here. Oh, we need more bins. Let's go ahead and create a standing bin order, yeah? Like wooden bin. Actually, no. No, we do not need to make a standing bin order, but we are going to take down a few more trees here. That's these few. And then we're going to start making metal bins. moving forward. Can we make stone bins? Conceivably. Bin. No, what about metal bins? Crashing metal bin. Okay. Well, that's something I want to look into. Bin. Well, of course, you'd have to specify the metal. So it could be... it could be an iron bin, right? Yep. Okay, that makes more sense. Cool beans, cool beans. Alright, of the ore that we have... we're not able to see what we've got in specific stockpiles. Because if so, that sucks. Makes a certain amount of sense, though. Let's pull up our stocks here. Boulders. Siltstone, clay. Hematite, 14. Limonite, 10. Excuse me. Platinum tetrahedrite we've got lots of. And I think that's a source of copper. Good lord. Bauxite, which is just regular stone. Okay, yeah. Let's let's smelt some of this this tetrahedrite. I am so sorry. My throat is doing something terrible to me today. But that is okay. Oop. Smelt some tetrahedrite, or we're going to set that as 30. Put our smelters to work here. Might even get a third smelter. Just for the little spicy spice. I'm actually going to take a moment here, folks, to refresh my water and do a quick blow of the nose to try to do something about this horrible phlegm that I've got going on here. It's terrible. But I'll be right back. And I'm back. I'm back. All right. What on earth are we doing here? We are building our great dwarven empire. Look at all that. Look at all that coke, but not like the drug. I don't know why it's called coke. Why is it called coke and not like refined coal? I don't know. It's fine. Is that a thing? Is coke a real thing? Like, a term for, like, refined natural coal? I don't know. Who's to say? But we're done with it for now. Got more bins that we need to make. We are smelting tetrahedrite ore. Hell yes. Rebuilt our wood supplies, which is good. That'll keep us rich in bins moving forward here, which is fantastic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's plus 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Good. Really have 22. I guess that's 9, and that's more than what we have up there, so that makes a certain amount of sense. That's 6 plus 7 is 13. Yep, 22. Okay, cool beans. We've got beds to spare. Nice. And conceivably, we could even stand to make 22 little cabinets to go along with them. So we will. So that people have places to put their personal belongings and such. Which will be such a lovely thing. Let's see here. Now, what kind of supply of pigtails do we have? It's going to be under plants as well. Plump helmets. Okay, so we've got, like, not much in terms of pigtails, as it turns out. What about pigtail seeds? Brickleberry, cave wheat, rice... kumquat. So, literally nothing. I guess we haven't really gotten to the season where the, but we don't have any pigtail seeds, so that wouldn't matter. So, we need to do something about it. And the thing that we're going to do about it is to do a thing. Obvi. Let's see here. How do we want to finagle this? What kind of finagling are we going to do? I'll tell you finagle 1. We're going to knock that down. Wooden bin has been completed. Fantastic. Got some copper bars. Hell yeah. And smelt tetrahedrite ore. We've got bins to spare, people. They just need to be moved over here, apparently. Which is fine. Got the ding-dang goats wandering around. Unacceptable. Rabbit. Hey! Hold on. Because our rabbit should be... There we go. The hell was I clicking on? It doesn't matter. Stray buck rabbit. Hold on. I am befoodled. Stray buck rabbit tame. Why is it not in its pasture? I mean, it doesn't make a huge difference one way or the other, but its presence does annoy me. Oh well. Also, I 100% did not refresh my water. That's on me. That's a me problem. Fully cop to that. No question about it. Let's see here. How do we want to roll this? Yep, we're going to throw our workshop right here. It's going to be a farming workshop, and it's going to be a farmer. Spin thread, yeah. That's what we're going to do. That is precisely how we get more, more pigtail. By processing what we have into material that we can use. So we will do just that. We're going to select a material for that. It's going to be the microline. Use our chalk, I think. Yeah, well, we'll select and figure out from there. Construction, wall, select material. We got plenty of chalk. Yeah, we'll use chalk. That's fine. We've got more microline. Let's try to use up some of our microline. Actually, might as well. Might as well. It's not going to be perfect. But we actually already do have that bit of microline wall there, so we might as well. Might as well. Magnetite. Magnetite, which is not nothing. It's metal. I think, what do we get from magnetite? We get something from magnetite. Let's double check that and the tetrahedrite while we're on it. Tetrahedrite, incredibly common ore of both copper and silver. Cool. And then what do we get from the magnetite? Ore of iron. Hey! Even cooler beans. So we've got magnetite and hematite as our two iron ore sources, which is phenomenal. That works for me. Our 20 chairs here total. Which is still enough for everyone to sit down, have a meal with chairs to spares. Which works for me. For the record. Okay, oh, look at that. We still have more bituminous coal here. Not that it much matters, since the coke is actually a pretty good return on investment in terms of material output. I was about to say, please someone put a bin in this stockpile so we can start consolidating, because this one tile for one bar thing is not going to do it for me. What is this guy hauling? He's hauling an awful lot of stuff. He's just gathering it all up to put in one of the bins. I appreciate it, dude. Rock cabinet has been complete. Hey! Really? Cabinet, microline cabinet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't see how that's possible. Well, okay, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, 21. I'm sure I miscounted something in there somewhere, but yeah. I guess we do have all of them there. Cool beans! And now, we can put cabinets, and we're going to just use closest material. Since we were indiscriminate with the material that we used for that, and we start as we mean to go on. We only had 21. Okay, so someone hasn't, like, stashed that or stocked that or something, but... or maybe someone is making that as we speak. Or is taking up that bill. But in any event, we've got cabinets for each of our bedrooms, and that is no small victory, is that. More tetrahedrite here. Magnetite. But that's tetrahedrite. Okay. I mean, cool. It's all good. It's all. It's all good material that we will be able to use for our purposes. So, no complaints here. It's all being nicely consolidated. We're producing plenty of copper, which is fantastic. Okay. Yeah, things are going well. Look at that. Who'd have thunk it? Alright. Eventually we're going to want to dig up all this crap as well. Honestly, Crafts Dwarf shop. What can we put in? Oh, we can. Oh my gosh, I'm just learning that now. Good lord. And that is a work order that will be specifically added to the shop, which is fantastic. So are all instrument parts. All of the assemble stuff is for instruments. Decorate with bone. Bone crown. Gear toll hammers. The instrument, the gear toll. Yep. Because all of the, what would you say? All of the instruments for a given world are procedurally generated at world creation, which is very cool, and it ensures that everything still maintains that unique world-specific flavor. Let me go ahead and see what we've got here, because we're not going to be assembling anything. We're not going to be binding books. Decorate with bone, decorate with horn. Bunch of bone stuff. Cloth crafts. Large rock gem. Shell gem. Do we have shells? That's actually a good question. We've got to from all these mussels, right? No, apparently not. Good God. What are our fisher dwarves even doing? No, hold on. Hold on. How many shells? Okay, so what? Hold on. Why are these raw mussels? Important question. Why are the raw mussels not showing up as fish in our stockpiles? Is it because they're not prepared? Is that really what the issue is? Because, hang on, man, I'll address that. I can deal with that. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and dig out a little workshop over here for our friend the Fisher Dwarf. Yeah, look at all these raw mussels. Not being counted as fish as far as the game is concerned. Wild, but okay. I mean, I appreciate you bringing... I'm glad this was brought to my attention by my own curiosity, I suppose. I'm glad I brought this to my attention, is what I'm saying. Good God. Also, can I... Do we have a final cabinet? We do. Cool beans. Fantastic. What? Oh, I was like, why? Why is there a thing there? It's literally because I told them to excavate that. Ignore me. Fantastic. What is that? Yellow jaspers. That's fine. All right. Workshops. Farming. Fishery. What else have we got? Kitchen, butchery, tanner. Honestly, we're going to put something else down there. Because as of right now, we're going to put these right here. As a matter of fact. We're actually going to put a trio of shops here. 2 of which are going to be connected, the butcher and the tanner. And then the fisher dwarf is going to be isolated on its own. Because I worked 10 years in grocery retail and I had the concept of cross-contamination hammered into my noggin. Alrighty then. And do workshops, fishery, so farming. Because fish are my favorite part of farming, personally. And yes, I know there are like farm-raised fish and stuff. Shut up. Ooh. Opal clusters. Cool beans. You got gems. Which is good. This is going to be fantastic for once for when the caravan comes back next year, which I know that's far away, but it's good to think ahead, you know? It really behooves us to do so. Farming. Butcher. And the tanner. Those are going to be side by side. Mm-hmm. And then the fisher, by default, prepares raw fish. Fantastic. That's automatic. Excellent, excellent. We'll go ahead over here. Set orders. Go to craft source shop. And make shell crafts. Ought to do it. And we're going to say like 30 of them. And we'll just make good shell stuff. Crowns, amulets, little figurines, all that jazz. Nothing terrible. None of it's going to be super valuable, but it's all like we're turning something that is functionally useless, which is our muscle shells, and we're turning that into something of value. So that works for me. And also, you know what? Yeah, why not? Gonna dig that out. We're gonna throw microline all through here. Mm-hmm. Literally cannot hurt. Last material, microline. Throw all that in there. Gonna dig that out. Gonna build walls. Gonna do a whole thing. It's gonna be beautiful. Gonna take out this whole chunk here. That and this as well. All that's gonna be replaced with actual microline walling. How do we feel about that, folks? Personally, I think it's a great idea. And because this is a dictatorship, this is what we're going to do. To paraphrase Terry Pratchett, we are a one-man, one-vote system. I am the one man. I get the one vote. Alright, let's see here. What does our autosave get squared away? I'll see what the weather is saying. It's the fact that it's early spring. Winter is over, spring is here. Which is good. Doesn't affect me much, but it's good. And something. It's going to mean something. Can we plant pigtails? No. Pigtails are summer and autumn, for which we have no seeds. Which is unfortunate. There's also nothing we can do about it. For now. And we can't put flooring under here. That is so annoying. Yeah, nothing. Because there's a building present. Very annoying. Like, I completely understand it, but it is annoying. But I can put flooring here, so I will. And unlike something like RimWorld, basically everything that uses any kind of material is just going to use one of that material, which is nice. Look at that. We've almost got this completely squared away here. Does chalk actually go here? Surely not. It does not. It's just the last thing that has yet to be hauled away. Look at my guy. Smelting tetrahedrite. Would you look at that? Oh, look at all these boxes of bars. And hey, in a pinch, we can use that for economic material as well, which is good to know. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Gonna build a wall using microline blocks. Going to be all through here, and through there. Capiche? We're going to build another farmer workshop here. Assign work orders. That's going to be... Ooh. Yeah. Process plants to bag. And spin thread. All right, time to look up pigtail. See how those work. Pigtail. Okay, brewed into dwarven ale. We don't want to brew them into ale, do we? I don't think so. Labor, kitchen, pigtails. Yeah, don't brew them. We want them spun into thread, I think. Yes. Processed at a farmer's workshop to create pigtail thread. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. Process plants. 10. But we can't determine... Okay. Give us a tick. Okay. So we really can't determine what that is. Then that's fine. Here's what we'll do. We'll send both of these, process plants and spin thread. See what comes of that. Essentially, right? Like, we'll see which one gets accomplished, and then that'll show us what the what these are used for, right? What goes with what? Okay. Look at our little community, though. We're rocking and rolling here. Zipping right along. Got so much more black sand, but to deal with. But unrotten hair, wool, body part. Okay, so spin thread is not working. Process plants is. Okay, so we do indeed. The wiki was correct in its verbiage. We're processing plants. We're processing the pigtails. Cool. Good to know. Literally all we needed to know. All squared away now. We actually have our stuff kind of delineated now, which is fantastic. We got decent quarters for folks. We have so much magnetite and tetrahedrite here. I guess it's mostly magnetite, which is the iron. Presumably this is because it's just so much further below like the surface because of the mountain, I would assume. That we're already getting like these massive deposits of really valuable, well, not really valuable, but useful material. Like it's not all just stone. And this lignite, we can turn that into coke as well, can we not? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah! It's lignite. Cool. Set that up for the exact same way. 10 when 10 is available. Cool beans. Yeah. Bing, bang, boom. Making the shellcraft, smelting tetrahedrite ore. Cool. Conceivably. Yeah, we got silver bars as well. Hell yes. We can find some native gold. That could be quite useful as well, because gold, nothing picks up a space like gold statues. I'll tell you that much right now from personal experience. Past experience in Dwarf Fortress specifically. But still, experience is experience. Just like Loki said. And then he frickin' died. And look at all this. Seriously, look at all this. That is so much of this material. I think it's mostly magnetite. Which, hey, that's iron, baby. Okay, now how do we make steel? That's a good question. Alloy of iron and carbon, refined coal, made at a smelter. Okay. Best mundane metal for weapons and armor. Steel is availability is limited. Iron is the next best. Only slightly better than bronze. Iron is also fire and magma safe material and can be used to make most anything. Cool. 3 ores contain iron, hematite, magnetite, and limonite. Limonite? Okay, but conceivably, we could make some steel. We've got refined coal. We've got coke. Make steel bars? Yes. Yes, please. Well, we don't have any iron, do we? Process plants. Yeah, okay. That makes a certain amount of sense that we can't process any more plants because the... But we should now have... Let me check something. Stocks. Okay. Because now we should have no more... Yep, no more pigtails. But that should mean... we've got pigtail seeds! Hell yes! Okie dokie. Look at that. Learning stuff. Slowly but surely. Hell yeah. Alright. Alright. Tetrahedrite ore has been complete. Excellent, because next up on the list is going to be that magnetite. That good magnetite. Smelt magnetite ore, and you know what? We're going to have like 30 of it, so we might as well go the whole hog. And we're going to start making copper bins as well. Yeah. Because that wood... not as, you know, there's not as much material flexibility. Big steel bars. Yep, that makes sense. We're going to go ahead and turn that off, actually. Smelt the magnetite ore first, so we can get the iron. And in the meantime, we've got lots of copper bars, so... gonna make copper bins. And we're gonna make like 20 of them. Because we can. What do we got? Cassiterite. Okay. More tetrahedrite, which is copper and silver. Microline, we've got the lignite here. So look at all of this. It's beautiful. All of this lignite is like worth grabbing for sure. B. Ping.
Yeah. It's fun night time.
Look at all this lignite that I have.
Look at all that lignite that you have. That's so much lignite.
I can refine it into fuel for my forges and such.
Look at all that gas.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm excited about the fuel possibilities you see. And now, okay, game's just being quiet. There we go. There's some sound. What do we got? Again, once upon a time, this game. Oh. Looked like this, had no mouse interface, and was also played in complete silence. Which is just remarkable. Like, I have nothing but the utmost respect for, like, the early Dwarf Fortress community that just played the game like this. Do we have a sleeping... What is that? Is there a thing There's a thing flashing. That's fine. Craziness. But they did it. Well, found a way to parse this riot of information. To be like, okay, yeah, no, they're my dwarves. Their beds and their little cabinets. Like, good on them. Couldn't possibly. No end of respect for them, though. Believe you me. I need things to be a little bit more visually grounded. Just a bit. Just a skosh. The fortress attracted no migrants this season, surprising nobody. But hey, we've got some crafts done now. It's nice. Hey, look at this. Got himself a mussel shell crown. Very nice. And mussel shell earrings as well. Good for you, bud. Good on ya. Good on you, mate. What do we got here? How are we rolling on this? Plenty of raw fish being processed, which is fantastic. It's mid-spring. We got to get through all of the rest of spring, all of summer. And then autumn will roll around. And in theory, at that point, we ought to have the caravan ought to show up with animals for sale, hopefully. You know, not necessarily everything. And, more significantly, we will have material. We'll have good stuff to trade them as well. Gems and crafts and such. It'll be good. Yeah, like, let's check our stocks again. Go to cut gems. Yeah, we got plenty of this stuff. Look at that. All good. Also, having some coins wouldn't be a terrible idea either. Look at all these people wearing their crowns. They love it. Make themselves happy. Getting that stuff. Absolutely. Go off, you kings and queens of the mountain. We've even got our stones, like, mostly sorted out at this point, which is phenomenal. Cut gem has been complete. Excellent. So that is cycling through as we're getting more gems, which is good to see. It's kicking in at the correct time. More of this jet stuff. More of this jet set radio. Copper bins has been completed. Excellent. And, in theory, you know what we need to do? Make some silver coins. L-I-N. Steel coins, silver coins. There we go. Can we make 10? See where that takes us? Do we have 10 silver bars to make into coins? I don't think we do. But that's fine. When we run out of silver for making the coins, we'll put the order on halt. And that'll be just fine. So our food stores looking. Food stores are looking all right. Drink is actually looking a little underwhelming. But that should be fine, actually, because there's literally only 16 dwarves in this place. And the food is looking overrepresentative, or it's overrepresented by the fact that we just have a bunch of, like, meat and stuff. But prepared meals, we have so many prepared meals. My God, why? Why do we have this many raw mussel biscuits? What is going on with our order? Prepare easy meal. Unrotten prepared meals is less than 10. Which most certainly is not. Okay, whatever. Well, we've got food on tap, which is the important thing. So I'm not going to be too... Not going to get too bent out of shape about it, to be honest with you. Raw muscle, plump helmets. Yep. Got our bags, raw muscle. Okay, cool beans, cool beans. Now, why are these mugs not being put in a bin is a question that I would like to know. And glass goblets are simply goblets, stone goblets are called mugs, and wooden goblets are called cups. Let's see here. If no goblets are available in a dining room, stockpile, or coffer at a tavern, a thirsty dwarf can drink alcohol straight from the barrel. That's what it is, I think. Hold on. Dwarf Fortress. How are mugs stored? Goblets stored. Goblets stored. Ugh. Goblets are stored in chests or coffers within taverns. Okay. Thirsty dwarf can drink alcohol straight from the barrel, but this will always result in an unhappy thought. Dwarf is usable. Unable to use their arms. Stall on picking up a goblet rather than drinking straight from the barrel. Also used, blah, blah, blah. Okay. It's all finished goods. Gems, totems, toys. Okay. Not particularly useful. I'm surprised they're not just putting it in the bin. Do we need a chest? Because I can build a chest. I do not have a problem building chests. Can we make rock chests? PQR. No. Make copper chests, though. We've got copper on hand. We'll make 5 of them. Be on the safe side. See if that makes a difference. For our dining hall. What's your problem, old man? Oh, he's hauling magnetite. That's your problem. Okay, that makes sense. Never mind. Carry on, sir. Let's see. Oh yeah, Fortress is ticking along just fine. Just fine is it ticking along. What's this fellow doing? Making copper chests. Hell yeah. And like remarkably, just don't have like a ton of like magnetite or anything just sitting around. Kind of shocking, to be honest with you, with the sheer amount of magnetite that we have mined. It's more lignite, which we will also mine. Alright. Chop chop, fellas, let's go. Is he eating? Is he eating raw muscle? I mean, go off, King. Do your thing, I guess. Bracelets. Okay, so that's still not actually showing up as, like, just spare shells, which is fine. Copper chests. Use closest material. I mean, this definitely isn't a tavern, so they may not use the copper chests for this sort of thing. But I think it's worth investigating. Coke from lignite. Hey! Beautiful. Oh, and then that'll reset the lignite well. Hell yeah! Hell yeah. Oh, because it's not a raw muscle, is it? It's like a prepared muscle, yeah? I assume. We got what? Stocks, we got fish. Yeah. As opposed to raw fish. Okay, that makes a certain amount of sense now. Okay, so the fish heading is fish that is available to actually be eaten. Gotcha. Now here's a question. Why are the shells? Remains. Why the shells are not showing up in our stocks confuses me slightly. But only slightly. It's probably fine. Made silver coins. Hey! Do we have silver left? We sure do. No, that's all... Yeah, no, we've got plenty of silver left. Now, how many coins do we have? We got lots of silver coins. Rith Azin. 204 silver coins worth $500, or 500 trade value, I guess you'd say. Or do we have... No, we have 5,000 coins. Do not know what this 204 indicates. But screw it, because we've got more silver bars, right? Bars. Silver bars, yeah. Let's make more coins. Enormous silver corkscrew. I don't think so. More silver coins. Absolutely. High value items. Are they just sitting in the non-zero number of them are sitting in the forge, but they've got to be... There we are. Coin bin. Yeah, look at that. Value somewhere around 1,000. Yeah. I'd say probably a little higher than that, even. Though maybe not. I don't know. Again, I don't know what that 204 number actually stands for. And I at the same time, I do recognize that the... Hold on. A new Fisher Dwarf. I'm sorry, who just became a Fisher Dwarf? Was it just this guy? That's fine. Whatever. I thought one of our dwarf kiddos had grown up, but seemingly not, but that's okay. Alrighty then. Let's see here. Alright. Hey, fellas, can we get down here and, like, do some mining? Thank you. Good lord. I guess they've just been prioritizing other stuff, but still. Okay, so that's one. Yeah, so it's like 1 out of 3, 1 out of 4. Close to 1 out of 4, it seems like, actually generates material, yeah? So. Hey, how many picks do we have? Got only 3 copper picks, which is fine. Some iron picks would be lovely, though. Steel picks would be lovelier still. Steel bars, there we go. Yeah, there you are. Okay, so we don't actually produce, like, that much raw material by mining all of this crap. Which I guess is the downside of this. Or maybe we just have a crappy miner. An expert miner. So that's not the problem. I guess there's just not that huge amount of material yield from this type of cavern wall, which is fine. You know, we'll deal with that in the due course of time. Yeah, no one's putting anything in the chest, but it looks nice there, so we'll keep it there. I'll keep it there for the time being. Eventually we're going to want to wall all this off, but not for now. What time is it? I've been streaming for an hour and a half, mostly to no one, which is fine. Brown jasper. Where the heck is this brown jasper that we have supposedly struck? Presumably it would be in here somewhere. Just a big old deposit of this crap, huh? But still not a ton of material either. Drinking euphoric at inebriation. Let's see here. Thoughts. Bored, uneasy. Unable to take it easy for too long. Medtob for too long. Hey, there's a thing that we could do. Build out a little... I'm going to build out a hallway here to start with. And then a couple of temples. Yeah? A couple of temples to help make the pass the day, huh? Actually. Go ahead and just see kind of... "13 worshippers, 6 worshippers, 2 worshippers. 1, 5, creative compassion, doctrine of oil." So it really does seem like Medtob is kind of the top dog here. So we'll make a little temple to Medtob. That should be fine. I wonder if we can encrust statues with gems. We need pig iron bars to make steel? Really? Really? That's unfortunate. Only dwarven civilizations produce and regularly make use of steel, and its production could be seen as a secret of the dwarves. Human and goblin civilizations make do with lesser metals and alloys like brawn, iron, and copper. Bandits and non-player adventurers and other outsiders to society can also be found with steel equipment of their own, some of which may have been revered as heroic objects. What, are we just out of iron bars? Is that the problem? No, because we've used none of them. Food storage item. That's a good point. Okay, so we can also make metal barrels, which is good to know. But we're going to make some more wooden barrels still. Pig iron bars. Okay. So apparently we need pig iron to make steel. Show me pig iron, please. Flux, which would be calcite chalk. What's up, Michael? No everybody to speak to here, I'm afraid. You are the only one here, but it is good to see you. How's the weather in Texas? 70 degrees is not terrible. That's not bad at all. Chalk. Chalk. Which also, leads me to believe, stone use. Non-economic jobs. Dolomite. Yes, Michael, what's up? Magma safe. Copper. Oh! Oh, that actually shows us what all this stuff is. That's good to know. Steel bars, make pig iron bars, make quick lime. Okay. On economic jobs. Do we have chalk on hand? I mean, I don't actually... Hold on. Stone use. Chalk. So, no more making... okay. That's all siltstone. That's chalk. Okay, so no more using chalk for non-economic purposes. We're going to use it now to make some pig iron. We're going to make, like, 30 pig iron bars, yeah? We're going to make, like, 20 pig iron bars, yeah? We've struck gypsum. I don't see any of this gypsum you refer to, but cool, good to know. Apparently we've struck it. Which, you know, cool, whatever. I love it when they're little baby dwarves, because the way that the game cycles through these icons, sometimes it does look like there's just a little baby scooting around on its tuchus. On its little dwarven butt. All right, let's see here. That's right, temple. Temple is what we're going to build next. Although maybe we actually build a temple, like, out here? I don't know. I mean, I guess it's better to build something now than nothing. And actually, yeah. I don't know. I'm dithering on this. We're gonna build a temple right here. We're gonna build a temple right here, and that's gonna be fine. Summer has arrived. Good. Pig iron bars, but are we making the pig iron bars yet? So yeah, I like the idea of using this lower section here as this as second floor, essentially, elevation 37, for like some more residential stuff. Like this is where we're going to have the majority, I think, of our bedrooms, for instance. Obviously, we have a very select few up here, but most of those are going to be down here. This is where we've got our dining hall. We're going to expand the dining hall eventually. This is where we've got our food preparation and all that jazz. So yeah, I do feel good about this. And again, we're going to go ahead, build out our temple here. And this is going to be nice. You know? Going to be a nice big temple. We're going to smooth out all the walls. We're going to engrave stuff. It's going to be great. Hey, look at that. We're making pig iron. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We got brewing alcohol. Oh, hey, we got drinks for days now. Hell yeah. Food isn't going too crazy over the top, despite the fact that we do have an awful lot of fish now. Preparing raw fish. I don't know what all that entails, preparing raw fish. I guess it cooks it and gets it ready to be eaten or processed into food, though conceivably the raw mussels are being used for biscuits. And the cooked mussels are just being eaten cooked. Yes? Look at that. We're planting our pigtails. Hell yeah. Gotta get these goats out of here. I don't like them being here. They annoy the heck out of me that they are here. I should say it annoys the heck out of me that they're here. Rather bother. Rather bother. Barrels. Yep. Okay. That's just the lack of plump helmet spawn, which is fine. We are slowly but surely getting ourselves to a point where we have increasingly more plump helmet spawn, which is good. Struck pyrite. Apparently. Can't even tell that. Thanks to the, the mining indicator, but that's okay. Be food storage item. Excuse me? Are we already out of empty food storage items? Good God. Is this madness? This is insanity. Also, get these lizards out of here, please. Makes the area unsightly. A spattering of hamster blood? Excuse me? He's putting bleeding hamsters in our place. Unacceptable. There's the pyrite. Hell yeah. Gonna go ahead and bing bang boom. Smooth out the whole area. Okay. I can actually see like what everything does. That's cool as hell. This is very useful. More silver. Platinum nuggets, silver nuggets. Silver ore of copper. Okay. Got some opals. Hewn limonite, which is... Let's see here. The limonite is... another iron ore. Gold, nickel... bismuth. Got more limonite. Yeah, nothing too terribly exciting here. Unfortunately. Now here's a question for you. Can we actually just, like, designate this for stairs? We sure can. Cool. Heck, that goes down way deep. It's down more than 10 layers. Cool. Oh, we've got a dwarven child has grown up. Cool beans. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Go ahead and smooth out all of this crapola. Which fortunately doesn't require moving these chalk blocks, which is nice. Needs empty food storage item. Good lord. Okay, hold on. Forge some copper barrels. Will that make you happy? Will that make you stop shouting at me? I don't see why you're trying to make all this drink anyway. We've got, plant, blue drink from plant. Now, does that just go automatically? Kitchen doesn't. But this does. Well, would someone please flippin'... Which workshops? That's a mug. That's a chalk mug that someone's just leaving there. Could we please move all of these many barrels of drink out to the actual stockpile, please? That would be, like, super dope. As a matter of fact. We need more refined coal. Terrible news. Oh, and without any more refined coal, bleh. And I say it again, bleh. Alright, we'll make some charcoal. That's fine. We'll make like 10 charcoal. And then we are going to make more coke. From bituminous coal. And we should have some lignite as well, right? Yeah. Which we already did use that, didn't we? Yeah. Lignite as well, please. Please and thank you. And we can also go ahead and set this economic for lignite as well. And do the inverse for this joint thing here. Economic, lignite, no. Everything else, sure. But not the lignite. Oh, we got some white opal clusters. That's exciting. And this really is all of the raw material, the raw ore that we have right now. That's crazy. Bro, that's fucking crazy, man. That's flipping crazy, bro. Yeah, freaking tear the walls apart. Get this stuff out of there. I want my metals. My various metallic ores. And I will not rest until I get them. I guess we are producing stuff currently, huh? Like, we're making pig iron bars. We're smelting magnetite ore. Yeah, so, like, it makes sense that we are moving through this material. It's just, you know, I want more. Well, that gave good yield, that tetrahedrite there. That's nice. It's more densely concentrated since it's not this massive flippin' deposit here. That's tetrahedrite, that's magnetite. Like, look at all this crap. Are you carrying two things there, friendo? Okay, good. Carrying three things, as a matter of fact. Even better. Like, look at all this. Look at all this crap that we're not managing to pick up here. Food storage item. Are we not making... Okay, we do have the copper barrel. Which actually looks pretty cool. Pretty flippin' cool. Does look distinct from the wooden barrel as well, which I do like. 14th of Malachite. 14th of the month of Malachite. Okay, so we've got like some decent output there. And again, got plenty of iron bars. Plenty of iron bars. Good God. And what about pig iron bars? I mean, conceivably, we've got those as well. We have our first steel bars as well. Hell yes. Because presumably those pig iron bars are getting chucked directly into steel production. Makes a certain amount of sense. What are you guys doing? Make pig iron bars. Cool beans. We do need to, like... build these back out, huh? So microline. Yes. Actually, excuse me. Yeah, I like that way better, actually. Because I don't like how this entrance leads up to that. I'm crazy. I'm being a crazy person. I recognize that. But leave me alone. Let's see here. Construction, wall, microline, and then that. Yep. That's the way I'm going to do it. Is this sane behavior? No, not particularly. But also, I don't care. So you can go suck a shoe. Be a dwarven child. Empty food storage. You've got empty food, or you do not have empty food storage. Never mind. We've made 8 copper barrels, and we still don't have food storage. That's freaking wild, bro. Because it hasn't been stored yet, is the issue. Presumably just to annoy me. Has it not yet been stored? Okay, but here's what we can do here. Meeting place. Select that, and then designate it as a temple. And we set that to Mebtob, to the great god Mebtob. And then we need an altar. Absolutely. That's not it's not really up for debate. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to make a steel altar, because that's cool. Forge a steel altar. Only one, please. Just the one would actually be super dope. How are things looking here? Not too shabby. Excuse me? Oh. So the mountain goat and the dog were fighting. One of our dogs and one of the random mountain goats that keep wandering around in our fortress got into a scuffle. I mean, you'll have to excuse me if I'm not, like, too terribly worried. Let's see here. Midsummer caravan. The next trade convoy should be coming, like, soon-ish. No, it's fine. Okay, let's see here. We really don't have... Again, we are producing, like, a lot of metal right now. Lignite. Okay. Dwarf Animal Trainer and Necromancer is visiting. Cool. But hey, we've got visitors to the fortress now. That's neat. We don't even have a, we don't even yet have a tavern, so that's pretty freaking dope. Steel altar has been completed. Excellent, excellent. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. furniture, offering place, closest material, which is going to be that altar, that steel altar that we just made. Oh, and look, they're finally engraving the flippin' floors as well. Smelt magnetite ore has been completed. Cool beans. Hey, look at that. Hell yes. Hello, Amith Yetta Valley. What's up, my guy? The name isn't ringing a bell. Are you new to the channel? I understand how this game worked. Brother, you and me both. But I'm working on it slowly but surely. I mean, stick with me. I can show you a little bit of the ropes. This is actually a relatively new fortress. No more migrants this time around either. I'll tell you what, my guy. You are new. Excellent. Cool beans. Always nice to see a new face in chat. Feel free to drop a sub if you're interested. I will be playing more Dwarf Fortress in the future, though I do play all sorts of stuff. I'm actually quite new to Dwarf Fortress as well. Let's see here. For you page, I was like, dude, that's sick. I gotta say hi. Excellent, cool beans. But yeah, so I stream quite often. I stream usually about 3 times a week, if possible. Typically Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, around 7 p.m. Central, or not Central, Eastern. But I moved recently, and internet was getting set up. The whole apartment was getting set up, so I was like, I'm not really up for streaming. I kind of put that on the back burner. In the meantime, in my personal gaming time, I was like, I'm going to knuckle down. I'm going to figure out how this godforsaken game works. And I'm like scratching the surface. I am not a power user by any means. Like, I'm not putting together like elaborate traps and stuff, but like I'm figuring out how it works. I've got a little sense of the ebb and flow of things. So yeah, feel free to drop a sub if you're so inclined, and watch this space, as they say. Now, unfortunately, you actually caught me at kind of a bad time because the stream is very nearly over. I have been streaming for about 2 hours now or so, but since I do have a new face in chat, I'm sure I am convincible to go a little bit longer just to keep things going. It's not as is so often the case with these games that are like, there's a relatively considerable amount of like systems management to it. It's not as intimidating as it seems. There's a lot of information to get squared away, but there is an ebb and flow to it that you kind of figure out as you go along. And I'll fully cop to this. I've got a Google page like up and running with the Dwarf Fortress wiki whenever I need to check. So like, no shame there. Are we still complaining about a lack of food storage items? There are barrels, you're just not putting them out there. They're still hanging out in the forge? No. Have I spoken out of turn? Where are my copper barrels at? Very confused. Notifications, so hopefully catch your Monday one, because this is so cool and you are my guy. Well, Amith, I appreciate that. I truly do. Also, where... Oh, there are 2 barrels. I made 10. Where are they at? Where are my barrels at, homies? I know I made more than 2 copper barrels. Where are they at? Let's see here. Stocks, copper barrels. You can actually see barrels. Yeah. Okay, copper barrels filled with dwarven wine. That's where they're at. They're being held. That makes a certain amount of sense. They're being held at the still. Okay. Well, it's fine. We've got... I don't understand this. I've got like hard limits set for my stills and my kitchen. I do not know why we've produced this much flippin' food. I'm not complaining about it, to be very clear, but I am confused by it. It's not a bad thing, but it is confusing. Also, we're gonna make like some iron chairs, I think. Oh, they're called thrones if they're made of metal. Yeah. Okay. Iron throne, very, very Game of Thrones-y. But yeah, much like, oh, what is it called? Against the Storm, which I settled into a few months back. This is very much a game about knowing what your production chains look like. That's very useful, and good, good inventory management. Which is something I'm personally terrible at, but this kind of like broad scope of just like, yeah, put this stuff here, put that stuff there, that I can work with, and the actual like the manual work of putting the stuff away, that's left to my little friends. Let's see here. Is there anything else, any particular project that I need to jump into? Yes, we can start to see, as we're digging deep now. That's more in limonite. It's not native gold. And versus chair, why throne? I know you said it's full metal, but does that increase it? P for doors? No, its function as a chair is identical. Certain types of objects in the game change their name depending upon the material that they're made out of. So like drinking vessels, for instance, which the game terms as goblets, broadly speaking. But more specifically, metal and glass is used to make goblets. If a drinking vessel is made out of stone, it is considered a mug, and if it's made out of wood, it is considered a cup. It's just one of those little quirks of this game. But functionally, it is just the same. It's just that chairs are made out of wood and thrones are the same thing, made out of metal and stone. That's it. Literally the only difference. And that is one of those things that I've had to pick up over time. Trust me. I am still learning my way around this. Like something like RimWorld, which I have plugged God knows how many hundreds of hours into. What is my playtime on RimWorld these days? Yeah, almost 575 hours that I've placed in RimWorld. Like, that's a game that I still wouldn't consider myself to be, like, a super hardcore power user, but, like, I know my way around that game, and I can at least, like, wrap my head around how to tackle the various challenges that game throws at you. Something like Dwarf Forces, I'm still just scratching the surface. I've made a big scratch, but it's still just a scratch. Let's see here. But yeah, the thrones we're going to go ahead and place. And actually, let's set that to 3, because I want to make a even number here. Let's see here. Chair. Select the material after placement. Going to use our iron thrones. Yeps. Doot and doot. And doot and doot. Doot and doot. Doot and doot. Nope, we're out. That's fine. Boxite. Oh, stone thrones. Yep, we were making those back when we were still filling out our dining room. I gotcha. Let's see here. Food storage. We don't need to be brewing all these drinks. I am so confused by this. It's been exciting before. Like Dwarf Fortress Intimidate me because of the complexity. I've been keeping interested. It's much like something. I mean, this goes back to like the classic management games like Roller Coaster Tycoon or not necessarily Age of Empires, because that's a little bit more real time strategy. But like any good management game, there's always something new to do. There is some either like long-term or short-term goal that needs to be that you're driving towards. So in this particular case, it's late summer right now. At some point in early autumn, the caravan will come, and that means getting to establish a better relationship with your home civilization, the dwarven mountain homes, and so having like a lot of good stuff, good material to send back to your home civilization is a good way of prompting migration. So I've been like producing cut gems. I've been producing craft material or crafting stuff with the shells that we've been getting from the mussels that we're fishing from the river. All of that stuff we'll have to sell and to pass along to the caravan when they come in again in some point in early autumn. We're also going to be purchasing some animals from them as well. We specifically requested basically as many animals of the sorts that we currently raise as we can. Because for as many animals as we have, and we actually have a fair few, livestock, yeah, we've got a cow, a couple of water buffaloes, a llama, an alpaca, and a sheep. But, well, I guess it really is only the water buffalo that we have, but they're both female. We don't have a breeding pair of any kind of animal, so we are looking to address that here. Right now is establishing relations of trade. Yeah, and just kind of getting things up and running decently. Like, we actually have sufficient bedrooms for all of the dwarves right now. That will change as we get more migration waves. Just making sure to keep everyone kind of in good spirits, getting some of our basic farming established. What else? We're building this temple right now so that observant dwarves have a place to go and pray. And to be very clear, a good chunk of this is still just very much me learning the game. Like I'm producing steel for the first time, and that's been this whole, like, multi-step process of producing, like, pig iron bars, having the necessary material for fuel, which, okay, we do still have a little bit of coke left, although we are out of fuel material, friends. Okay, so how much coke do we have? And that is coke as in refined coal. Okay, we've got 59 coke squirreled away in our bins. That's good. That's very good. Though conceivably, we really do need to get some more bituminous coal and lignite, if we can. But yeah, like, a big chunk of this is very much just me still learning my way through the game, figuring out how to get things up. What are the bottlenecks right now? I wouldn't say that we have any particular bottlenecks right now. Like, we're very much producing enough material to support our population, probably more than we technically need to for some reason. I really... Oop. You know, we're going to keep that as 50. I really do not know what is causing... Restart if completed. Restart if completed. Well, there's your problem right there. But that's not a problem that we've been running into with, like, the cut gems, right? Restarts if completed. Conditions checked daily. This is too much to worry about right now. I do not know why we're producing so much food and so much drink. I don't think that any of that is going to necessarily spoil anytime soon, so I'm not too worried about it. We've got sufficient material for when new migration waves come. But yeah, I don't really think that we're facing any kind of serious bottlenecks. It would be nice to have some animals breeding so that we can get some varied sources of meat and hide, and quite frankly, bones. Bones are good crafting material. You can make all kinds of stuff out of bone. That's a parrot. That's a lovebird. It's a masked lovebird. Okay, whatever. Beyond my capacity to worry about right now. Actually, I'll tell you exactly what our what a potential bottleneck is. Fuel. We may not have enough. Well, we don't have like a. We don't have any additional sources of fuel here, right? It's empty food storage item. That's fine. Which is why we're getting this. Well, that's why we were getting the lignite and the bituminous coal down here. Hey, speaking of which, the caravan has arrived. Hell yeah! What's up, friendos? yeah, so you get to see how the caravans work. So, get a little bit of direct info here. We grab our trade depot, and we'll start to move goods from here. Block copper. Excuse me. We're going to go ahead and start moving material. Specifically finished goods and gem bins to our trade depot so that we're able to trade. Let's see here. Weapon bin, we don't really want to be selling our weapons. Finished goods, yes. Where's blocks? No. Coins. Where's our coin barrel? Or coin bin, rather. Oh, our macadamia wood. There we go. Coin bin. B. Coin, and then gem bins. Gem bin, there we go. Do we have the one? That's good. In my account name profile picture. Nice. Well, yes, I saw Ameth, so I figured as much. Let's see here. And then finished goods bins, yeah? Music in the game. Super calming. Yeah, I mean, the music, the score for this game, the soundtrack, rather, is very good. Highly recommend. Let's see here. We got our gem bin, and then just finished goods. And that should be enough, right? In theory? Ought to carry us through. And the last time the caravan came round, we did specifically request a number of materials. We're going to go ahead and request our broker to come to the depot. Discuss our situation. Yeah, we'll discuss that later. Hell yeah, those cages are exactly what we want to see. That's animals, buddies boy. Which is exactly what we're after. We have all of our bins here. That's the very nice thing about having our big stockpile right here next to the surface. Got our broker there. Cool beans. Alright. Oh, wow. Of course. Because this stuff is so onerous to... carry. They only brought animals this time around. That's fine. I can live with that. These are all... mugs. Okay, so you can... Hold on, fellas. Hold on. So you can put... mugs in here. In some other... Well, this bin over here. But you can't put them in this... that confuses me, but it's something to worry about at a later date. We're not going to be trading our mugs, though. Large table cut pyrite, absolutely. Muscle shell rings. I mean, this is all just muscle crap, right? Muscle shell crafts. Yeah. Yep. So we'll call that. And for the trade value, not only do you need to... like, provide enough material to them such that, like, it equals out what you're going to request from them, but you also need to, like, make it worth their while. So we're going to, like, throw... Basically... We're gonna throw material at them, quite frankly. We're not going to give them any of our uncut gems, any of our rough gems, just because I do want to have those to refine later. Got our yellow jaspers. Yeah, I mean, this is very, very good. These gems are kind of going to be our big trade value generator here, which is good. Exactly what we want them to be. And then this is the other thing. Our coin bin is fabulously what we're after. That's actually going to generate too much weight for them. Well, we're going to take some of these animals off their hands, though. Yeah. Finished goods. No. And now, they were really good to us. Very good, as a matter of fact. And we've got... I think we can buy all of these animals off them. Yeah. Yeah, we can with plenty of trade value to spare. And... I think my oven timer is going off, but it was just doing its self-cleaning thing. And I'll resolve that in a hot second here. And you know, we have one male llama, so 2 females can't hurt. We've got plenty of trade profit for them, making it well worth their while. We're going to take, more than half a dozen animals off their hands and send them off with a bin load of like cut gems. So yeah. Let's see here. We're gonna go ahead and do that trade. Wonderful. Thank you for your business. Hell yeah. And we'll transfer those animals into storage for the time being. We'll get that absolute cinema. Yeah, and let's go ahead and talk about what we... Give me a second, because this beeping is driving me absolutely bonkers. Ugh, I'm back. Alright, so. What are we looking to get this time around? Can we request bone from these fools? Because if so, that would be fun. But no, and that's fine. Pigtail cloth. Seeds would be nice. Plump helmet, spawn, and pigtail seeds would actually be really nice. What else do we want? Toys. Request some puzzle boxes. You know what? I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to request clothing. Because we are not producing any clothing as of right now. I'm going to request caps and hoods. We're going to request body wear. So robes, shirts, and dresses. Handwear. We're going to... we don't need handwear. We're going to request socks and shoes. And pants. Trousers, rather. Sadly, there's no jeggings option, so we'll have to do without. What else do we want? Black Bear Sweetbread. Let's see here. Request some leather. I don't think so. What else do we want? I think that's mostly it. You know what? Can we request wood? We don't really need to request wood. Garden vegetables. No. I think that'll do it for us, honestly. But thanks, fellas. We're done. Plump helmet spawns, pigtail seeds, robes, shirts, dresses, caps, hoods, socks, shoes, and trousers. Because we are explicitly requesting those, they will prioritize them and they will sell them at a premium, but as you can see, well worth it. It only applies to trades next year, not with any merchants currently present. Oh, that's good to know. I'm actually going to make a note of that. I have physical list. Let's see here. A need for battle axes is expected. If you're able to provide some, the caravan will offer 189%. Absolutely. What is that? Battle axes? Yeah. Axes for caravan. And that actually gives me something good to do with the steel as well. So how does the whole requesting thing work? Caravan, and hope they will bring that stuff next year. You got it. Yes, indeed. Another one of those things where you kind of gotta think ahead of time. Oh, look! He's carrying the caged alpaca using the wheelbarrow. Good lord. But that is good nonetheless here. We'll go ahead and go to our zones, select our pasture, and set all of our new friends. All of our 1, 2, 3, 4, what is that? 8 new friends for the pasture. And as I learned on the last stream, Relevant Dwarfs will take those and send those out. Conceivably, I could even sell the cages back at some point for a little extra dosh. Actually, yeah, because now do we not have... Oh, those cages are not considered part of the thing. Whatever. It doesn't matter. We'll worry about those next year or something. In any event, Ameth, I really do appreciate you popping by and dropping a sub. Fantastic stuff. I will be streaming again on Friday, and I will most likely be streaming The Walking Dead Season 2, the Telltale games. I'm not just going to be broadcasting the season 2 of The Walking Dead, because that would be illegal. No, I'm going to be streaming The Walking Dead Season 2 tomorrow, doing, I guess, the 3rd episode, knocking out the whole thing if I can, take the weekend off, and then popping back in on Monday, probably for more Dwarf Fortress. Maybe I'll play The Sims. It's hard to say. We keep a rotation going here, but that is going to have to do it for me. I have been streaming and speaking nonstop for the past 2 hours, and my throat is finally starting to give out. But Ameth, thanks for popping by, man. I really do appreciate that. Folks, thank you all very much for watching. I am Ned Finn, and until next time, goodbye forever.